Before lip plumping glosses and bronzer, there was eyeliner worn by Egyptians and powder worn by Victorians, men and women alike. Despite its roller coaster of controversy, such as containing lethal ingredients like lead and arsenic, makeup has successfully persevered through the lengths we will go to in order to look good. And in 2024, this desire remains.
Because there's stuff like using an eyelash curler to contour your nose. What is that? What is that? So yeah, I think that's my opinion on it.
For over 6,000 years, people have worn makeup. Today we're going to be exploring the effects of it on us in 2024. This is Cosmetic Confession, brought to you by Hannah A. Tayo.
Gaia. Grace.
Gabriella.
Nadeem Ahmed.
Oscar.
Ellery.
Evie Rogers.
So for me, I use makeup purely just because it's fun. I love colour, I love glitter, and it's just something fun to do so that when I leave the house, I'm coordinated with either my hair, my eyeshadow, or I'm like sparkling. I just think it's a fun thing.
I think makeup is a way of expressing yourself through like different colours and textures. For example, I usually like to use red blushes or like warmer tones because I feel like that suits my skin tone.
Makeup, it's very much like a form of self-expression. Like, I'll try out different styles and I'll use it to like set myself apart from other people. So like I said earlier on in the interview, I use the colourful makeup and the big eyelashes, and it definitely makes me feel very comfortable in my skin.
Makeup makes me feel more comfortable about myself, especially in public.
It makes me feel like put together, like when you're in the morning and you've got your outfit and you just want to feel that extra bit more pizzazz. Makeup makes me feel like I'm put together.
I think makeup makes me feel cute and beautiful because I get to wear it on a daily basis, and sometimes when I wear it people will compliment me. So that makes me feel great about my appearance and myself.
Most of the time it makes me feel more confident about myself, but sometimes it can do the opposite. If the makeup doesn't turn out how you want it to, or if even with makeup on you still don't feel pretty sometimes.
I'm not saying I feel ugly, I just feel a bit less impressive towards the eye.
I'm completely comfortable within myself when I don't wear makeup. So when I wear makeup, it's more of an addition to just everything. Like, I always do like colourful makeup, and if I'm really spotty or if I'm breaking out, I am completely comfortable leaving the house without makeup, so I don't feel that pressure. But I know a lot of my friends would never come to college without a full face of makeup.
It depends. Some days I like to wear lots of makeup just to make sure I look nice in public, but other days I like to not wear makeup because I feel more comfortable about myself without it.
I don't really mind sometimes, but when I'm at like going out with my friends or going out in public, I feel like just not as good as everyone else because everyone's always got like makeup or like everyone's looking really good. So sometimes it'll be like feel quite not great, but other times it's like I just want to be me and I don't really mind. I probably found out about it when I was probably like 5 or 6 from like watching my mum do her makeup.
I found out about makeup when I was in primary due to like seeing things online.
So when I was 11 and 12, I was a clear mascara girl, a lip gloss girl. A lot of my friends were starting to get into heavier makeup, but I didn't. I wasn't that expressive with my clothes or the way I looked. I was just not focused on that. And then I think when I was 13 and 14, there were a lot of trends coming into play, like more grungier stuff, and I was playing around with eyeliner and stuff just to see what felt like me. And then I've just kind of expanded ever since then, and I do go through different types of makeup and different ways that I dress, but it's kind of just been this like long, big process.
I think I started wearing makeup a lot later than a lot of my friends. I was probably about 14.
Informally, I started wearing makeup when I would put my mother's lipstick on when I was 3, but formally I started wearing makeup a year ago, just experimenting with blushes and wearing lip gloss.
Probably around 10, 11. That was probably also the time I went into secondary school, and then all the girls like in the older years were wearing makeup, so it's probably the first time I saw it. Probably because I live in England and I went to like Croydon and stuff, the lot of the like stereotypically the makeup wasn't like good. It was, but then I had to get through that bad makeup phase, and then this is where I am now. I would say 100%, because especially now I've got older and I'm rushing to do things more, I don't have time to wear it as much, and it feels good on the days where I don't have to wear it, and then some days it feels good to wear it. So I guess makeup's just become just a standard part of like my life. Like if I feel like I want to do something good for myself, like self-care.
I didn't really buy makeup, I just wanted to wear it because my friends were wearing it.
My first opinion, especially before I started wearing it formally, I just thought it was kind of tacky. Like it didn't feel good on my skin. And that was mainly because I had a lot of acne when I was like around 10 years old. So when I used to put it on informally, it just felt wrong to me personally. I think it's just down to what my skin was at the time, or maybe the fact that I was just using poor quality products.
I remember when I was quite young, I used to think that I would never wear makeup, and I used to say all the time, oh, I feel confident without makeup, I don't need makeup, and I used to kind of look down on it. And I wouldn't look down on people that would wear makeup, but I would think that I was above wearing makeup. But now I'm a bit older, I realise, you know, makeup's not a bad thing, and if you want to wear makeup and it makes you feel better, it's good, and you can do it.
What do you think was the turning point that made you change your opinion on makeup into a more positive one?
Definitely going to high school, probably, like all the girls around me, and I started to feel a bit insecure, which is probably not the best reason to start wearing makeup, but I think that there's no harm in it if, you know, it makes you feel better. It's just try not to go too far with it.
I used to use it just to like cover spots and just to like enhance my features, and now I use it just because it's fun and I like being colourful.
I think sometimes they can be kind of funny, like the things that people do with makeup. Like you see people making whole like pig masks out of makeup, you know. And sometimes people go a bit overboard with it, but I mean it's an expression of themselves. So
I feel as though trends, they're growing and they're evolving with every month, every year, and I don't think there's ever going to be like one perfect makeup look for everyone.
Well, trends have been cycling for years and years and years, like decades after decades, like same with body image, hair, look, music, and I don't think at any point they're going to collapse and it's just going to be do whatever you want. You know, things are going to be in fashion and become out of fashion with makeup, but it's also, I think it could be quite a positive thing, because it is nice to see new things being brought to the table. Like I'm learning things from cycling trends and I'm learning new ways to do things, and the way I take it is I take the bits that feel the best and add it into my life. I don't just stay on these trend cycles, but I don't think it's such a negative thing, and I think trends will always come in and out of fashion, and they have done in practically every genre of life forever.
On TikTok and stuff, they're okay. I mean, I use a couple, like the blush technique, that's really good. Like you put blush here and it makes you lift your face, so love TikTok for that. But I mean, some of them are utter bullshit. Can I swear in this?
Yeah.
It's utter bullshit. Because there's stuff like using an eyelash curler to contour your nose. What is that? What is that? So yeah, I think that's my opinion on it.
I'm a fan of the makeup trends today. There's quite a wide range of different styles of makeup that you can wear. I think at the moment it's kind of like the clean, you know, like sleek makeup, and sometimes that's quite disheartening to see because not everybody has the like perfect clear skin, and not everybody can achieve the like clean look that you see online all the time. So I think that can make people feel insecure.
I think it does. I think people perhaps are a little bit more vain, perhaps a little bit more, they care more about their appearance because they see people online who are like, they see the best bits of someone online, and they're always in makeup, so they think they should always be like that, and I think that can be quite toxic.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, me and most of my friends, they'll go on TikTok and it's video after video of people saying, you need to put your concealer here, you need to powder this way, and everything's conflicting and no one really knows what to do. But I feel like if you find a technique or the way you do your makeup really makes you feel good about yourself, that's all you have to do. But it is quite competitive because makeup is such a big thing with girls our age.
For strawberry girl makeup, it's just overemphasized. It's just an overuse of blush all over your face. Latina girl makeup, clean girl makeup. I feel like all of these different genres of makeup are just like dividing people for no reason.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just breeds a lot of dysmorphia within young people.
Do you think this is because of social media or marketing or things that we see on TV?
I think some of it is definitely to do with marketing and celebrities. I feel like everyone feels like they have to live up to them somehow, whether it's through makeup or just copying how they look.
Yeah, I think definitely there's like trends and influences that can make people try out different styles, and it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It can be a good thing because you can explore different styles and you can find what you like and what suits you as a person and shows off your personality, but you can also, you know, start to feel bad about yourself that you don't look like the people you see online, or you can start being somebody that you're not and follow into trends and not be yourself.
7. I think it's really dependent on how many likable views or like people, how many likable ratings the makeup product gets, for example. Like, if majority of the views are saying like get this, get that, it's also for good price, there's not many hate comments about it or like dislikable comments about it, then I'll get it.
Do you think you would trust an influencer's point of view more, or would you trust like a regular person on TikTok or like social media in general? Like, would you trust their point of view more than the influencer?
I would actually trust a normal person or just somebody who comments on TikTok, for example, because usually the influencer is paid to say good things about that product. They're getting sponsors after all. So I'd rather trust a regular person who isn't getting any profit for it.
I would say not likely. I don't usually follow like trending products. I stick to the products that I'm used to. I'm more of that person. I like to use what I know, and I don't really try new things. I probably should, but I like to stick with what I know works for me.
So I am guilty of this. I do love to buy the new trending thing, the new branded thing, because, you know, amongst teenage girls, it's just nice to see these new trends. But I do think it has been really useful. I mean, I'm not one of those people who buys every new product, but some of these new additions, I do see them, see how people feel about them, and then try them out and then incorporate them in my routine. But I have slowly stopped just buying everything that looks, when I have money, just buying everything that looks cute in the shop and everyone has, because, you know, it's unnecessary.
Probably about 8. There are some good products out there, but then there's some like absolute awful ones. So It really depends on the hype and if I think it'd be useful.
I don't think it is. I feel like makeup does the same stuff, even if it's expensive or cheap.
So in my experience, I do have a few expensive makeup products, and normally because of the ingredients being more expensive, it does look better, last longer, feel better on my skin, probably won't break me out as much. But some things you don't need expensive versions of. So for example, my primer and foundation, I normally have a bit of a splurge on those because they're the most on my skin. I need my skin to actually respond good to it. But things like mascara or like a powder blush, these things I do get cheaper versions of, and obviously they're not as good as they could be, but I don't see the point in them lasting as long.
I personally use really cheap makeup because I don't have money for anything else, and it still works just as good. But expensive makeup, the stuff that I have tried is really good and really smooth on your face, but I really wouldn't mind. It's just whatever fits the person, because if you can't buy expensive makeup, it doesn't make you any less beautiful.
Probably better quality, it's going to stay on your face longer, but I personally wear cheap makeup, like very cheap makeup, mostly because I can't afford the expensive ones to buy all the time, and the expensive ones, they tend to come in smaller like portion sizes, and they don't last as long. So you can definitely make cheap makeup work if you use it right, and I don't think that there is a wrong or right when it comes to which makeup you buy. It just depends on how you use it.
Do you think that it's a marketing technique to just sell expensive products in smaller packages so that people keep buying more and more?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's not a good thing. If you're paying the money, you should get the amount that you're paying for.
In that argument, would you say that cheap makeup is better than expensive makeup?
Personally, it's better for me, but I think it depends on the person. If you can afford the expensive makeup and it will last you longer, because the thing with cheap makeup is you have to often reapply it because it comes off, so you could argue that way.
Especially when it's like an important event, like a party, or I'm seeing a lot of people. Usually then I feel like I'm not wearing enough makeup.
I definitely am conscious of my makeup when I'm out and about. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm not wearing enough and I'd like to put some on, but I don't have time.
I think people see me in different ways when I wear makeup or not. It depends how they view me, if they know me inside or out.
I feel like when I don't wear makeup, people kind of view me as a bit more tired, or they kind of do think I'm ugly in a way. Like they think I'm having a down day. I don't really speculate on that. Like if I notice my friends wearing makeup, I'll say that they look pretty, of course. But when they're not wearing makeup, I still believe they're pretty.
I don't mind.
I don't think I have different opinions of people when they wear makeup or when they don't.
I feel like because everyone else judges and I'm around people that judge, I tend to go with it, but I don't really care.
I would say practice a lot, get advice from other people, take inspiration from other people.
That's with the help of social media and stuff. Like I used to put my blush very central on my face, and now I only do it on the highs of my cheekbones, and all these things that I have learned, tips and tricks and products, have helped me get to a point where I'm really confident in my makeup, and I would say is really good.
I know you can get like little blenders,
Yeah.
but that's really all I could think.
And finally, I have travelled all the way to Lagos, Nigeria, where I have interviewed a makeup artist to see what she thinks of the makeup trends in 2024.
Makeup, like I said, makeup is life. It boosts the morale, it beautifies the face, and it gives you this feeling of you can stand out. It's makeup is just, it's wow. That's what I would say. Makeup is wow. How I feel so satisfied. I feel mission accomplished. That's the word. Because the when my client is happy and I'm happy, I'm gonna get good reviews, good referrals because they like their makeup. So that's how I feel. Firstly, they miss the prepping of the face, then the primer, then mostly the tone, picking your color tone, like your face color. People just miss that a lot. Like most of, let's say, from a scale of 1 to 100, let's say 90%. No, 90% is too extreme. Let's say 50%. Let's use it that way. 50% of persons or people miss using their exact color for makeup, and mostly the prepping of their faces, because most people don't know the tone of their face. They don't know the type of skin they have, so they just tend to use different shades, different products on their faces. Yeah, me for one, I think it's not. I think I know it's much more better, because you were giving a customer a cheap product and charging them excessively. It's a very bad thing to do. And for me, most of the expensive products I use are of good quality. The brands are really top notch. So when you get them using to your client's face, it gives them this exceptional look, and it's going to last longer, like the 24 hours stay dry makeup, instead of giving them this cheap makeup and they end up having this oily face. There's this thing about the Mary and the K. I'm so sorry to use that word, but what they mean is you giving them a very bad makeup product, like applying a very bad makeup product on your face, and getting to the middle of their program or their event, the makeup is already getting stained or clean. So I actually feel, me for one, expensive product, I'll go for expensive product than cheap ones, because it goes well, it's working well for me. How I feel? Well, let me start with wearing makeup. When I wear makeup, I feel like I'm on the top of the world. So, like, when I'm on makeup, I feel like I'm one celebrity. Let's say it that way, celebrity, because I have my high esteem, gallivanting around, stand face up. But when I'm on makeup, the regular me, I'll just walk on my own. I don't even see my face. Anywhere I'm going to, I'm off. Most people have this low self-esteem, so makeup is there to boost your morale, make you feel among. That's what I'm going to use. Make you feel among others. Let's take example. You're going for an event and all your colleagues are having this paparazzi look, and then you are going with your bare face. You'll be feeling like you're underdressed or you're not meeting with the clique. But when you're on makeup, it gives you this high self-esteem. You'll be able to walk majestically and rapport with others.
Thank you all for coming on this journey with me. I hope you learned a lot. Until next time.
School air ruins makeup, and if you just film a TikTok or wherever, somebody will say something.
Oh, sorry, I didn't plan my answer.
What do you think of those who follow celebrity makeup trends?
I think that they can do what they want. Wait, no, let's do that again.
It's okay. You can keep going.
Else, like when people start talking.
Okay, just recently. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not wearing makeup. I'll be like, okay, so you are feeling this way now because you're not wearing